Your 4 minutes.
Thank you. Taoiseach, it's great to have you here today and to have the opportunity to have this engagement with you at this platform in the Upper House. As we are celebrating the 70th anniversary since the coming into being of the Republic, I would like to focus on, I suppose, the here and now and plans for future prosperity for our nation and for its people, and in particular to focus on the whole area and the challenge which is achieving balanced regional development, and how to stem the tide of young people leaving rural areas permanently to go to the cities which are already under pressure. And this, of course, is a worldwide trend and movement as younger people see more opportunities in these cities. I know very well that you are aware of this because clearly Project Ireland 2040, along with the National Development Plans, envisions population growth in other areas and investment and all other good things. But there's 2 things I wanted to focus on, Minister, which to me are clearly impediments which the state need to address and which government need to address. And the first thing I'd like to refer to, raised it before, is the Apple judgment which was delivered by the Supreme Court last week in relation to the Apple data centre case, basically where the appeal was dismissed. But in fact, even the appeal was dismissed, the appellants have won. There will be no data centre in Athenry, there will be no wind farm supporting it with green energy, and there's lost an opportunity for jobs and investment for Athenry and the whole region. In fact, since that An Bord Pleanála granted the decision to grant planning permission in August 2016, it took till last week for the whole judicial process, or for the whole appeal process, to conclude. Taoiseach, there's 2 things there. First of all, it is my view that our planning system is not fit for purpose that yields this type of result. And secondly, Taoiseach, right now we have no guarantee that if a similar investor to Apple or some other company interested in investing in a major way in our country, that they wouldn't exactly encounter the same problems and hurdles and be put off and go somewhere else. And I know that internationally these things are noted and taken on board by international investors, and this is really going to stymie us because we have placed ourselves as a small open economy, and if we can't attract in this type of investment, we're going to be in bother. And finally, Taoiseach, something I have raised with you before is the whole issue of European sites, lands designated as SAC under the Birds and Habitats Directives. And unfortunately, most of the land is on the western seaboard, and I got some helpful information from Minister Ross the last day when he attended. He followed through and gave me details of at least some projects that have been held up along the western seaboard: the Galway bypass, the N6, the N59 Galway to Clifton, the Adair bypass, the N26 to the N5 Ballina, which is 2010 problem. We've had to break down that project, as you know, to do it in stages, and only recently succeeded in getting planning permission from An Bord Pleanála after considerable delay. Point is, Taoiseach, that not only, say in the case of the Galway bypass, and these are just some of the projects, I could list other regional roads, bridges, everything. It took 7 years. How much money did that cost? How far is that leaving Galway behind in terms of congestion? What is it doing to the west? If I take the N26, which comes into my own town, Ballina, how far is that leaving us behind? Multinationals are saying this. I believe that National Parks and Wildlife need to be mandated to create management plans, so we're not just looking at conservation objectives, but socio-economic objectives for these regions. There's a legitimate case for these socio-economic objectives. Thank you.